right, well, welcome to Grumpy Old Men. I am Eric.
And I am Tim. And so, Eric, I do got a thing before we get into today's topics and before we get into today's rain cloud, since I'm I'm the rain cloud of everything. I do have a question for you. Last week, you talked about the triumph and tragedy, and I know it's still tragedy, but do you have an update on the girl that was from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and how that GoFundMe's working? And
yeah, I mean, last I checked, that GoFundMe was almost $600,000 of the $1 million goal that they're looking for. I mean, clubs from all around are donating. She was told by the college that they're still going to honor the scholarship, which is absolutely amazing. She still gets her free ride to school. She's awake. She's talking to friends and family, and obviously very devastating for her. But I mean, if there is a silver lining, she's getting all of them.
Wow, that's good to know, and I'm sure we don't have enough followers and subscribers yet to be putting a dent in anything, but I did put it out on TikTok and a few of the Instagram things, that little clips, and said, hey, if y'all can feel like donating, or able to donate, this is for a good cause. So
yeah,
you never know.
Yeah, and then this weekend at the volleyball tournament, everybody was wearing, Pray for Janae shirts, and everybody had purple on with her number and her name, and it was really, really cool. Obviously, there's many, many clubs around the country doing the same thing, and it's a really great community. I feel very blessed to be part of that community. And, while sometimes, and I'm sorry, parents, if you're listening, sometimes those volleyball parents get a little annoying, but at the end of the day, we're all one giant family, and it's really, really cool to see them all come together like that.
Yeah, don't worry. That's in all sports. You go through travel baseball and a bunch of other ones. Yeah, they do get a little annoying. We'll leave it at that. That's a good word. I don't want to say what I want to say. So
at that same President's Day tournament, and I forgot to tell you this. It was fucking hilarious. So they pulled my daughter from the second set of this game that they were getting beat up in, right? They haven't pulled a single player all year. So, of course, as dad, I am livid. So my daughter.
You became a parent.
Oh. So I.
Okay, we can't talk about him anymore.
Yeah, well, so I was mad, right? Like, why pull Mia? I mean, she's not the best player on the team. She's not the worst. There were plenty more people she could have pulled. I am sorry if anybody is listening to this thing. But so there's a parent that always streams it live on Facebook, the games, so that other parents can see it that can't make it, or grandparents or uncle or whatever. And I was standing right next to her, and I was ranting to this lady about, I can't believe they pulled Mia. I hope they lose, blah, 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 this and that. It all got recorded on that Facebook Live. Like, so I guess the coach went back and watched the game. And I got to find this message that she sent the very next day, and I'll read this, and I'll let you get to whatever it is you want to get to. But, oh gosh, I got to find this. Give me 1 second. Oh, good afternoon, parents. As we enter day 3, please be mindful that your actions on the side of the court impact the girls. Any negative or derogatory comments will not be tolerated and could result in removal from future tournaments.
Way to go! You just got blacklisted. I see our subscriber number going down because
no. Look, there's going to be all these parents out there like, fuck, I'm glad he spoke up. Stupid coaches and pulling my kids. And Look, we all think our kid's the best. Look, I'm honest. My daughter is not the best on the team, but she's not the worst. She's a very good player. She's very good at what she does. There's obviously people better than her out there, but so that set that she got taken out was the worst beating they've taken all year. It was like 25-4. I was like, see, That's what you get for taking her out. I'm glad they lost. All on record. Anyway.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
All right, Tim, let's get into all the shit that's going to get us buried under that pickleball court in your backyard. Let's go.
Oh, gosh. Where do we begin? So, yeah, last week we talked about the train derailment. This week we're going to talk about the spy balloon. I mean, I did. I mean, this was a fiasco for the Biden administration. I mean, think about it. So you've got this balloon that started out, and Eric, I think you got a picture of that you can put up on the screen right now.
Yeah, which one is it?
The first one with the map.
Oh gosh, I'm afraid to even ask why you're having me share this.
Well, I want the black shirts to come to your house and not mine.
There we go. Oh man.
So if you can see, everybody, that this is the direction of the balloon that came off the Pacific Ocean, up around, over the top of Alaska and down, traversed through Canada, and then made its way into northern Idaho and Montana. But
I live right here. Anyway,
yeah,
go ahead.
I know, right? So they just allowed this balloon to float along, and they weren't going to say anything. They had known this thing had left China in the Pacific Ocean. And they didn't say anything. And you know what got their attention? You know what made them have to say something?
Some hick in overalls chewing on straw with a hat going, look, there's the balloon up in the sky.
You damn Skippy. God darn, social media screwed them up because there was a dude, and I think his name was Chase Doken, if that is incorrect, but I'm 99% sure that was his name. He tweeted a photo because it entered into, northern Idaho, and we'll get into time. But he tweeted a photo going, hey, guys, what's this? Which blew up social media. And, of course, then they had to go say something. But let's think about this. On June the 28th, this balloon, which was a Saturday, the balloon was detected in U.S. airspace in Alaska. And NORAD saying, nothing to worry about, nothing to see here, guys. Just, look the other way. Then on June the 30th, which is only 2 days later, they tracked it into Canada's airspace. So think about this. So you have an adversary spy balloon that's now come across the Pacific Ocean over Alaska into Canada, and they ain't said a damn word. It's just flying around up there and ain't nobody doing anything about it. They knew it was there.
Nobody in Alaska said anything because it's fucking cold and they're all inside.
Well, I get that. But, don't you think our government should have said something about it?
Or seen it. What if they didn't? What if they actually didn't see it until Billy Bob got a picture of it and put it on his Insta Twitter, or whatever the fuck he was using?
If that's the case, we are fucked up. So,
yeah.
But January 31st, which is the next day, which is now, it's over in northern Idaho, it makes its way into Montana, and you still get crickets from the government. And it was on February 1st when that guy tweeted his photo and said, hey, guys, can anybody tell me what this is? What's going on? But what's so funny about it, again, I'm the dark rain cloud. So you remember last week you said you didn't know who the Secretary of State was? Remember you said?
Yeah, I know. Why do you remind me of my shameful? I did see that Biden appointed a new Secretary of something today. I didn't read the whole article, but I saw it was some lady. That's all I know. That's the extent of my news.
Oh, it's a woman.
I do know it was a woman.
Okay, I know. I'm just laughing. You knew it was a woman.
But our Jan Chu or some weird ass name like that.
So our Secretary of State, Anthony Blinken, was scheduled to go. That's his name, Anthony Blinken.
I never would have guessed that in a million years.
No, you wouldn't. No. You'd have probably went back to John Kerry when he was originally a few years ago, right?
Didn't know he was the Secretary of State either.
Well, he was at one point. Now I think he's the special envoy for climate change and shit. I don't know. They're all jacked up there. But Blinken was scheduled to go meet in China, go have a meeting with China. He was scheduled to fly to China about climate change. That's what he was scheduled to go. I'm thoroughly convinced that he would have went on and got on the damn airport. By the way, he's flying on, private jet or whatever the case may be, but they want you and I to get, go green and get rid of, which I think is funny as hell. We can't do it, but they can do it anyway. But
is he going over there with, what's his name? Basketball player, Dennis Rodman, our ambassador, our ambassador to China.
I don't know. He might.
He gets some stuff done from what I heard. Again, I don't, all I hear is the story, but I don't hear the rest of it.
Well, it's funny that Blinken was scheduled to go, and then all of a sudden, when this pesky photo come out, when the farmer in the overalls tweets this photo, he's like, "Oh shit, I can't go. Now we got to say something about this." And then they let the daggum thing just travel on around through the rest of the world. Rest of the country. It makes its way all the way to South Carolina and then it gets blown up. And that was on Thursday. Then Friday, the 3rd of February through the 5th of February, they shoot down 3 other balloons that have now transversed our airspace. They let the first one go and then shot it down over South Carolina. Then the 3 others enter. So
is that fact?
That's fact.
That's not a theory. It's a fact.
That's not a theory. There's fact. The
4
first
balloons total?
4 total.
From China, all from China?
All from China. Now,
I heard that one was like a study balloon from some university here in the U.S.
Okay, that's what they tell you. Nothing to see here, damn it. Nothing to see here, damn it. I mean, come on. But wait a minute.
Coffee before the new kits.
I'm just curious about China. What do you think China was doing? Because they can get all the information they want, just like us. They got satellites up in orbit, just like we do. They can spy down on whatever they want to do.
They were. Well, I mean, it's baseball season. Maybe they were baseball draft balloons. They were trying to get some scouting reports on some of our people because they have a huge, huge baseball community over there, just like we do.
Well, it's funny. This is a damn balloon. It's got air in it. We shot it down with a $400,000 missile.
Well, I used to build those missiles when I was in the Air Force.
I understand that, but I mean, just basic economics. We almost could have took a dart or some bullshit and go, and something.
Yeah, Billy Bob should have had his blowgun out and should have launched some shit up there with his it's a piece of straw in there. Well, look, at the end of the day, but didn't they have like the satellite thing hanging from the bottom of the balloon?
So we shoot and again, there you go. Okay, we shoot the one down over South Carolina, and you blow up the fucking payload. So all the shit taking the pictures, and which is transmitting immediately anyway. It don't matter. But they blew all that shit up. Why not just take out the top of the balloon and see what the hell's on the damn thing? I don't know. I'm just worried about some of these.
So I mean, I saw the pictures of the explosion. It looks like they didn't know what they were like. They didn't know where these things were going. They missed. Like you see missiles going off, then finally one hits it, it just explodes.
Again, $400,000 to build this missile, and we missed the first time. The first one went by.
I think it was more than once.
It may have been more than once, but I know of one.
Well, surely all that satellite equipment costs more than $400,000, right?
Well, maybe from China it did, but the damn, we could have, Billy Bob could have took the damn thing down with a dart gun, I think.
That goes to show you how smart the Chinese are. Let's attach millions of dollars worth of equipment to a balloon and see what happens. Let's just send it over the U.S. Let's see. Let's stir up some shit. Let's go. They were laughing in China. They were just dying laughing. Like, we're really not collecting any information here. We just want to see them panic for a few seconds.
Oh, they probably were, but I also think it may have been a poke. Hey, let's just see what they do. How will they respond if we do this? Kind of like a shark bumping you in the water.
So they're like, let's send this slow ass balloon over the United States and see how long it takes them to catch it, right? So it lasted till what? Montana, right? When the dude saw it?
Yeah, he saw it it was actually in Montana because they shut down the Billings Airport for 2 hours.
Okay.
Billings International Airport got shut down for 2 hours.
So now they're like, imagine if we send a nuke over there, they're never going to see it coming.
No, exactly. I mean, shit, we just put the damn thing on a balloon and go flying over the damn country.
Yeah, we need Matthew Broderick to hook up his Commodore 64 and start talking to the Russian computers, get them to launch some missiles. Do you want to play a game?
Well, either Biden and his administration ain't got a damn clue to what they're doing, and I think we can probably all agree that he don't. But if you think he does, they were just content to let it go by. But I find it funny that the Air Force, there's an Air Force general that came out that said he thoroughly expects that we may be in a war with China within 2 years.
Great. Where am I going to get my phones?
I don't exactly. I mean, you can't get your phones. You can't.
My Nike shoes.
I mean, hey, I don't know. It's just kind of suspicious. I'm
going to be wearing fucking Walmart shoes and talking on a burner like a Walmart prepaid phone.
Again, CNN ran a story from some of the fighter. Just go back and Google the CNN story later on about the pilots from the fighters that were talking about this. They were talking. I mean, they were giving all kind of damn reports of, we don't know what the propulsion system was. We don't know this. We don't know this. Hell, even the Pentagon came out and said it may have been an alien. They literally said that shit. So again, these
we can watch a 3-minute interview if you like on shooting down the balloon from CNN.
We can go back and watch it later, but
I'm going to try to push this without the video starting. I'm going to try to read it. Yeah. So, it's not. It's just Air Force Lieutenant General David Tula discusses how the U.S. military could shoot down a Chinese spy balloon floating over the continental. Okay. Never mind.
Oh, he don't say they
a minute of our time.
So now,
Go ahead.
Again, I'm the conspiracy theorist. I'm the dark cloud. I think this was by design. I think they did this shit on purpose for a reason. Because I personally believe that we're in a Cold War with China. That China's been doing stuff. Politico ran an article, because I'm not the only one. There's other people that are talking. Politico ran an article.
Do you have notes?
Of course I have notes.
I have a cup of coffee and a phone.
Hey, when I got to talk about some shit, I want to make sure I get it right, because somebody.
That's true. Yeah. We're fake news. Fake news.
So if we're going off just talking about spam and the coagulation of spam like we did a few weeks ago, then yeah, you can do that off the cuff. But
that's fair. Okay, that's fine.
When we're talking about real shit, I'll have some bullet points.
All right, facts. We okay. These are supported by true facts.
These are supported by true facts. Yes.
All right, not conspiracy theories.
But Politico ran an article not too long ago, saying, what Cold War? We're not in a Cold War with China. We got trades at an all-time high. We got, we're hitting record numbers. All this shit's going on. Blah blah blah. There's no way we're going to be in a Cold War. Really? Do you know history? Is it? What they say about history? It repeats itself. Right? You've all heard. We've all heard that history repeats itself. Well, it's pretty damn funny that in Britain and in England they were running articles back in about 1912, 1913 about the trade being so well. We're not going to have a world war. Shit's not going to happen because all of our countries are together. We're dependent on one another. Blah 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 blah. Then 1914 happened. Guess what? We was in World War I, followed by World War II. So, I mean, you got any comment before I go on?
I was just telling you that I'm glad that as a kid I watched Red Dawn, because it has completely prepared me for the attack from China when they send all their troops in, because me and 6 other guys are going to grab a pickup truck and all the ammo we can find and go hide in the woods and start shooting people.
Hey, we got all those preppers in the country, and you got the rednecks down in the South, all the Appalachian people up in the Appalachian Mountains, and you got the Rocky Mountains out there. There's no, they
might run into that there's like you can buy online like survival food for like your basement. They sell it like
no shit.
Yeah, it's I forget what it's called, but some ex-military dude started this company where you can actually like order this 20-year that's good for like 20 years supply of shit for your like bunker or your readiness room.
I guess that would mean you wouldn't be prepared if shit hit the fan.
No. Oh, me? Absolutely not. No, food wise? No, absolutely no. I'd be.
There's a couple of them. Patriot Food Supply. I think Food Wise. There's a couple of them that you can they come in boxes, 2,000 to 2,500 calories. Meals, and they got about 20-year shelf life. I can't confirm I can't confirm or deny whether I have any.
Oh God.
I can't confirm or deny shit.
And so if I go to Patriot Supply's website, you won't be a testimonial at the bottom of the page.
No, I can promise you I won't be a testimonial at the bottom.
All right, a Google review.
It won't have a
this
Google.
Is going to be great for the new China Cold War.
Well, exactly.
I've definitely eaten my share of MREs in my life, man.
Yes,
sure.
we all have. We have eaten a few of those. I understand that.
Yeah, and they've gotten so much better. Like when I first joined the military, the MREs were like a ham slice, which was like 8,000 milligrams of salt, just a slab of fucking ham, and you'd get like some crackers that you couldn't swallow because it's so dry out. But now they have like Snickers in them and shit. Like they have candy. But yeah, the worst one I ever had, and every military member out there, whether you're following us or not, would agree, is the vegetarian omelet.
Oh yeah, but. Oh, it's funny you're talking about this because I saw a skit the other day and I don't remember what it was on, but it was talking about if anybody ever invaded and they invaded Florida. They said, hell, by the time Marines got loaded up and got down to Florida, hell, the damn war would be over because about all the rednecks in the South have been loaded up in pickup trucks and shotguns and everything else have been down there and shot the hell out of them. Marines pull up 3 hours later and they'd be like, "Hey boys, war's over. On a beer."
That's right. We brought the Yingling. Let's go.
This shit's over. What you doing here?
Yeah, they don't. I mean, I don't think a lot of countries realize the amount of guns that are just loose in the United States, and they're just it's gonna be like Red Dawn, right? Like all these freaking guns and ammo hoarders that have all this stuff in their home are gonna go out, and if anybody ever tries to come anywhere near their house, they're gonna kill them all.
Well, I think that
won't. Go ahead.
I think that's all part of the Gun Control Act. You know, they're trying to take what, you know. Anyway.
Well, look, it's if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. I don't think it'll be guys coming in parachutes from planes. I think it's going to be one missile coming from the other side of the world that we're either going to shoot down or we're all going to die. It's going to look just like that Ohio train derailment, giant mushroom clouds just popping up all over the U.S.
You know, unfortunately, we don't have the Iron Dome like Israel does. So, you know, Israel's got Iron Dome, so they can detect missiles a hell lot better than we can. But
I remember at one point they used to be one of the most, and if they still might be the most feared militaries on the planet. For as small as their country is.
Israel is 14 miles wide at its widest point. So it is landlocked. Well, you do have the water right there, but it's basically surrounded by a whole bunch of other bigger countries that want to kill it. They want to wipe it off the face of the earth. So, you know, you don't want my opinion on Israel.
Good luck wiping that country off the planet. You got Jesus protecting it.
Well, that's exactly what I was going to say. You know, I mean, it may be tiny, but it's got an ace in the hole.
You got Jesus. Ain't nobody killing Jesus.
God's protecting that one. So, you know.
Yeah, anyway. That's what's gonna protect all you guys in the South too. A whole lot of Jesus. That's Bible Belt here in Missouri too. I don't know if everybody knows where we're at. Did we ever tell anybody? I'm in St. Louis. I mean, you kind of know that from my stories, but.
Well, I'm a little bit south of Atlanta. I'm about 100 miles south. Oh, shit. You got jokes, right?
Hey, I was born and raised in New York. I lost that accent as soon as I got stationed in Italy at 18 years old. But you get me drinking enough, my R's disappear, my gold chain comes out. It's awesome.
Oh, and you're gonna start going to the Boston.
That's Boston, yeah. Hey, yo, get the fuck out of my car. Get the fuck over here. Yeah, something like that.
But, okay, we digress. But a retired Air Force general wrote a book. I think you got it too. It's called The Stealth War. If anybody loves to read, like I say, I'm a history buff and I love reading. So I know you got that somewhere.
I am neither of those two. I am neither a history buff, nor do I like to read.
Well,
I do read. Doesn't mean I like it.
I understand. I used to read a whole lot more than I do now. So now I just kind of, the older I've gotten, I kind of play golf because, hell, it's coming at some point. So I'm either prepared or I'm not. I'm either going to die or live. So we'll figure it out when it happens. But in this book, so if anybody wants to go get that book and read it, it's actually a pretty good book. It's Spaulding's a retired brigadier general from the Air Force. In this book, he actually talks about, you know, that China is actually fighting an unconventional war right now as we speak. And some of the key points in that is he talks about intellectual property theft. He talks about infiltration of domestic society and institutions. He talks about erosion of domestic and economic institutions, unfair and equal trade practices, espionage, a whole bunch of other things. Now, what's funny is this book's a couple years old, but what's really, really interesting is in 1999.
Oh, no.
1999, two Chinese militants. Now, this was the aftermath of the first Gulf War. China realized, hey, we're a little bit farther behind. We need to speed up. We need to get in gear because, you know, the U.S. and some of these other countries are a little further ahead of us. They actually wrote a book that said we don't need to. We can actually defeat them not in the conventional. Most people think conventional military way. I think you got that book too.
Oh, yep. Sorry.
Yeah, write it.
I'm getting there. There we go. Got it. It's coming. There it is.
Pop.
Is that
so it? Unrestricted warfare is China's master plan to destroy, and you can get it the United States, another thing. And in this book, they actually talk about, now this was written by two people in the Chinese military that says, hey, we've been, you know, you're talking about fighting battles, shooting guns and ammunition and all this. We can actually do this another way. And in this book, he talks about psychological warfare. He talks about smuggling. They talk about economic and media warfare, drug warfare, technology, creating monopolies, plundering the world's resources for material. I mean, and they actually said in this book that it had a greater impact than a regular military a regular military war, and they've been doing this for decades. And I don't even think some of the people. I'm sure there's somebody in the CIA or one of them alphabet, business alphabet. What's the word I'm looking for? Alphabet companies. They're saying, "Hey, somebody really needs to look at me because I know this is going on. You need to check this out." And I don't think they're paying him much attention. But
what's an alphabet company?
FBI, CIA. They call them the alphabet companies. Come on, man.
All right. Okay. And to all our listeners out there, if you order these off of Amazon, you will get flagged and people will show up to your house. It's not going to be the Amazon driver.
The most people that would watch this that would actually order the book are probably the same ones that's got stockpiles of your Patriot food supply and ammunition. So they're already on the watch list. What you're saying is
the book is sitting right in front of you on your desk.
I can't confirm or deny shit. Okay. I mean, somebody in this group's got to read because you're not doing it.
No, I'm not. No, I literally pull up Google like Sunday afternoon. I'm like, hey, what can I talk about tomorrow? No, I'm just kidding.
So let's think about this real quick. So they talk about in this book, psychological, media, and cultural warfare. I mean, how many of Hollywood movies are taking Chinese money now? I mean, it gives the meaning red carpet a whole new meaning. The red carpet's got a whole. Sorry, I had to put that in there. That was good.
That was really good. So, I don't know how long you took to come up with that, but I like that.
It just comes to me sometime. You need to put a star and lights over my head every once in a while because then don't do it, you smart ass. But anyway,
I missed something. Hold on a second. Wait.
There you go. Okay. But no, they remade Iron Man 3. They remade Bohemian Rhapsody, Star Trek, Aliens. They remade a whole lot of movies just to appease China.
China remade our movies.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. You're not saying the Iron Man 3 I watched was remade by China.
No. They remade them too. But Hollywood supported it and took their money to remake them.
Oh, so they're like, hey, we need to buy the rights to this so we can.
Yep.
Come on, China can't be the only country that did that. There's other countries.
Well, yeah, but they're promoting their agenda. I mean, I'm just saying, they're pumping money into the news media. They're running ads. I mean, I know you don't watch the news and I know you don't pay attention to the world events. So I'm trying to get you up to date.
No, I'm going to look up and be like, fuck, here it comes.
You're going to see the parachutes. Oh, shit.
That's it. Yep.
But I mean, if you watch any of the not so truthful news media outlets, they're talking about, you hear people all the time, oh, China's the new model. China's the model that we should be doing. They're paying money to the LA Times, the Boston Globe, all these things. And to run advertisements to talk about how well they are and how everybody should change to mimic them, et cetera, blah, blah. And what about, so they're already in the media. They're already in, the psychology stuff. What about the culture? This is a direct quote from that book. You ready?
I've never been more ready for anything in my entire life.
I know, right. Manipulate what people see and hear in order to lead public opinion along.
Sounds like CNN.
It does, but
and Fox News.
What? Think about it. What did China? What's the big thing in America right now from China?
TikTok.
There you go.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Don't you think? How many?
I got
people?
One right.
Good for you, man. I'm gonna get
Hold on, wait. Hold on.
There you go.
Thank you. I'll be here all week. Thank you. All right, go ahead.
How many young kids are on? I know we put some video on TikTok. We use it too, but how many are on social media there? Doing whatever they want. They have. The kids nowadays and people nowadays, they have no idea what's going on. They really don't. They're sitting there scrolling that phone, and you know it as well as I know it.
Oh, yeah. Shit. You sit, like my daughter will be like, Dad, I need a new phone case. And I'll open my Facebook, like nothing but phone cases. Like, son of a bitch.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I need the new iPhone 12, 13 for whatever damn number. What number are they on?
I think they're on 14 now.
Shit, I think I got a 11 or 12. Hell, I don't know.
My daughters have 13s because they're spoiled brats. Anyway, Go ahead.
My wife asks me all the time, don't you want a new phone? I'm like, no, this one works just fine. She finally broke down and bought me one a couple of years because I think I had like a 7. So she said, we're going to upgrade you.
It's running on Linux.
Exactly. Why not? But But then they talked about smuggling, drugs, economic. I mean, we all know there's a border crisis going on, right?
Not all of us.
Well, yeah, that's right. You might. So, well, Eric, just so you know, there's a border crisis going on.
I knew there was
right?
something going on with the border. There's a wall trying to be built or is being built, and somebody didn't.
The wall was being built with Trump. Now they're trying to, the Biden administration just opened up the front door and let the fuckers in. Just come do what you want to do.
Well, let's just move on past that comment. I don't want to know who fuckers are.
Okay.
Nor does anybody else out there want to know who fuckers are.
When I mean that, I meant the in general population and head count. I wasn't targeting one specific people. They just letting people in. Well, hell, Venezuela's emptying their prisons and sending them up here. They're just walking across the border. And they publicly say they're doing that.
I need to watch the news.
You need to get
Holy
up.
crap.
You need to get on. And okay, what do you think that if I ask you, what's the number one leading cause of death between 18 to 45-year-olds?
That's a big range. With leading cause of death?
Leading cause of, without Googling, without using your
I'm
cheat
not.
sheet.
I'm literally, look, my hands are right here. I'm not looking at anything up. Yeah. Leading 18 to 45. It's not guns.
No.
I don't even have a good guess.
Let me help you out.
Suicide.
Nope. It's more prevalent than COVID, cancer, suicide. Fentanyl.
Oh, okay. Shit. Yeah, I guess I could have guessed that if I had enough time.
Guess where fentanyl really comes from?
China.
Exactly. Hell, the cartels don't even make that shit no more. They just pay China, and China ships it to them, and they get it across the border.
So,
and I mean,
is the whole world supply of fentanyl coming from China?
I won't say the whole world's, but over 75% of it.
You know they're manufacturing that somewhere.
Exactly.
A bodega in Colombia. Now, that was way more racist than what you said earlier. But hey, Colombian drug lords. That's just synonymous with drugs, right? Colombian drug lords.
Again, let's go back to history. What do you think the damn British did to Asia back in the late 1800s, early 1900s?
The British did to the Asians in the early
late 1800s, early 1900s. History repeats itself.
Do you have anything to do with the tea?
No. Did you watch Tombstone? Right. So I gotta. You ever watch the movie Tombstone? Right.
I think we're gonna have to end this conversation right now before I give you that answer. All right. It's been great talking to you.
You've never watched Tombstone?
Hey, some people on this call will neither confirm nor deny facts that we are spitting out here today. I have seen Tombstone. I have not seen any of the Godfathers.
Oh, well, wow. Anyway, wow. I'm not even going to get into that. But Tombstone, you remember when they were smoking the opium from the Chinese?
Yes, yeah.
The British smuggled opium into the Asian countries back then so they could get the people hooked on drugs before they ever did anything military. I mean, they talk about in controlling technology and cyber. We've already talked about TikTok. Where the hell you think 5G comes from?
They added one more G to 4?
Well, yeah, they have. But who really created 5G?
Come on. All right, you're done. You're done.
No,
we have met our time limit for today. You will fuck. Man.
No, wait a minute. I got one more because this is going to shock the hell out of you.
You have 30 seconds because I really like my life and my lifestyle.
They're not going to come here. Hell, we're not the only people talking about this.
We're small potatoes.
We're small potatoes. Exactly. So a nonprofit group, Safeguard Defenders, released an expose not too long ago, and you can actually look them up after it's over. They're Safeguard Defenders. They exposed 110 Chinese police stations around the world. 4 of them sons of a bitches are in America.
They exposed 4 Chinese police.
No, they exposed 110 police stations, China-owned police stations operating in other countries, and 4 of those sons of a bitches are in America. Now,
define Chinese operated.
Chinese operated China. What the Chinese people were doing, what the China was doing is they had police, they had places set up here in 4 places here in America. The they were going out to, they were targeting Chinese people that had left China and come over here for asylum. They were trying to force them by strong arm, coercion, whatever. The Godfather you ain't fucking watched, I'll make them an offer I can't deny, to bring their ass back to China to stand trial for crimes against them over there. Four of them some bitches was operating here in this country.
I'm feeling we're going to have no problem filling up 30 minutes next week. That's for sure. We're going to talk about Chinese police stations and the fact that I'm going to have to watch all the Godfathers before we chat next time.
And we ain't even got into the resources and the land,
Oh, good. Fantastic. All right. Well, next week I'm going to bring some fucking joy.
Yeah, please do.
Fucking unicorns and rainbows to this shit because we're gonna cancel before anybody ever sees the damn thing.
No,
they're gonna show up to my house. I'm just gonna wake up tomorrow morning, like all my equipment's gonna be gone. My computer, my screens, my microphone.
Hey, the brain eraser people are coming. Just so you know.
So I have a Ring doorbell.
Yeah, and they'll manipulate.
They didn't have that shit back then. I got motion detection and everything. I'll see them coming.
Okay, but seriously, I know we're about to go, but how many people in this country are like you or unaware of this?
I would bet a ton. Oh, I bet it's over 70%.
You're probably right.
There's 300 something million people in this country?
Yeah. 386, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Pushing 4.
I know a lot of people in my circles don't watch the news and they don't, just because why? Like if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. I don't give a shit. Whatever. But no, I know my 21-year-old daughter probably knows all about this stuff.
No, she probably does. But what happens? You was talking about if you, hell, you're in the middle of the country. What happens if you survive for a month, a week, 2 weeks? You ain't got no food on your shelf back there, buddy. You just said that.
I have 1 can of tuna.
Okay.
That I will ration out as long as I need to. And I always got bottles of water here because I'm all about killing the environment. So we're good.
Well, that's good. I think then you can, once that happens, you can be on the show naked and afraid. You can survive off 1,000 calories for 21 days.
I'd be killing roaches. No, I would die on Naked and Afraid. I'm definitely afraid of bugs, snakes, all that shit. Nope. One snake rolls across my path, just have a heart attack. They have to take me off the show in a stretcher.
Okay. I know we got to go. One thing though, I never understand why they're doing Naked and Afraid, because if my ass is happens to get stranded in a jungle or a desert, I'm at least going to have a backpack and some damn clothes and shoes on. I ain't going to be butt ass naked.
What if?
Unless I'm running from the alphabet.
That's companies. What I was saying. Like, what if the alphabet people show up to your door, strip you buck ass naked, throw you in the middle of the freaking Colombian jungle, and you got to survive? That's why.
That may be true. Now you got a valid point. I understand.
But in my case, if they did that, they would rip off of my clothes. And go, oh God, put them back! Ah. Anyway, all right, man. Well, look, oh gosh, we're gonna piss off some people. I'm excited.
So what? All right, just bring Ray of Sunshine next week, buddy.
That's right, Rainbows and Unicorns to start off the show next week, and maybe a little bit to end it if you'll let me. We'll pad the gloom and doom with rainbows on one end and unicorns on the other.
We might should do a whole show of rainbows and unicorns and just pick up some shit.
I don't have enough material for that. All right, so yeah, we'll pick up next week right where we left off. We get to talk about freaking Chinese police stations. Oh, I can't wait to hear more about this. All right. Well, Tim, as always, man, it's a pleasure. I learn more from you than I do from any other source on this planet. So hopefully it was very informative. So
sorry about the thunder and lightning.
No. It's what gets ratings, right? Like all these people out there who are just anti everything. Like we're just providing valuable information so people can be in the know about things that may happen to them. That's all.
That's right. And then you're going to have to take our word for it. Do your own research.
Call it the real news instead of the fake news. The real news. All right, man. Anything else?
No, I'm good.
All right, brother. Well, it's been great as always. I'll see you next week.
See you, buddy.
Later.